Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about this project that I did the other day. It is a Mexican style strawberry planter that I've turned into a sedum planter. My aunt was having troubles actually growing strawberries in it and keeping them alive, and so she just gave it to me, and I think that's really cool. One thing I could have done to make it look more aesthetic is to paint it, but honestly, this looks kind of cool too. I'm not too against it. So I'll tell you a little bit about the plants, and yeah. Okay, I will get into the plants themselves, but first I want to briefly go over the planter and sort of critique it, I guess. So right now, as you can tell, there are lots of empty spots, and doesn't look super nice. Like those are only two of the sedum reflexum. But the thing with sedums is that they are very hardy and they do root usually very well, and they grow very fast. So I don't have many worries that they will actually die. I think that I'll do an updated video to show you what happens, but I think they will fill in, and I think it'll look even better in the next few months, maybe year. So yeah, so let's go into the plants. First, for the top plant, what I originally wanted to do was do some sort of crystal, like a jade plant, but the thing is, I want to do a jade plant because usually they're more upright, and I wanted something upright to kind of contrast the sedums that would be hanging, off and drooping. And so I don't have any jade plants that I wanted to do for this, that I wanted to use for this project. All the other ones I have in bonsai pots, and I didn't want to risk it. So what I did was I put this plant, which actually is not a sedum. It is Luisia cotyledon, and then the variation is Elise. And this is a plant native to California, Oregon, and I think Washington. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, it was actually, the genus is called Luisia because it was discovered by Meriwether Lewis in, I think, 1806. So, yeah. This is actually in the purslane family, and fun fact, the Native Americans used to eat the roots, and it possibly can actually soothe sore throats, and I think that's why the Indians would eat it. But this one is, for as far as like foraging aspect goes, it doesn't have much use because it's a pretty small plant and there's just one of them. But I hope it will grow back next year and flower, and it will look really nice. And I think now that it has more room for its roots to grow, it will grow bigger. It is deciduous, so it does actually die back once colder weather happens. So let me start off with the succulents now. This right here is, if I think I'm correct, I did quite a bit of research regarding these sedums, so I could give you guys lots of information. This is sedum. It's in the genus Sedum, in the family Crassulaceae, and it is Sedum spurium. And the actual variation might be Flitigate or Glut, though I'm not sure. There's also Voodoo and a couple others that it kind of looks like. This is a really nice one. It kind of has almost kind of woody stem and little kind of like rose-like leaves, and it is a really good hanger. And I got this from, I think, a cutting, and it just filled up the pot that it was in. So I used this. This is sedum. Well, there actually is a little bit of the Sedum spurium, but this is right here is Sedum album, I think. Yeah, Sedum album, and it is also known as white stonecrop because it has white flowers. And it's a very prolific grower. It likes to take over basically, here, let me show you. this is a sedum planter where actually I got pretty much all my sedums from, and so it's actually almost completely grown back from where I took about probably half of it, and it's all grown back, and then I've only had this a year. But as you can tell, the sedum album, the white stone crop, is the majority of it, and so it has, I think, a faster growing rate than others. And this, kind of thicker area is actually where I left it to grow. Going back to this, let's see right here. I have some. It's a crassula of some sort. I'm actually not sure about that, but it looks to be almost like a jade plant of some kind. And it basically functions as a jade plant. I mean, it can't. Once the stems get really long, it does sort of droop down, but I mean, it can almost grow like a tree-like structure. And I haven't had any long enough to actually grow woody, but I'm pretty sure they do. So, yeah. This is Hen and Chicks, or Semper Vivum, which means always alive. And so basically, these plants, this is, I think, a cutting also. Well, actually, no, I had a pot with a bunch of them, and so I took off a piece, and so this is it. And I think it will grow. These things grow also very prolifically, and they will fill their space pretty fast, depending on, sunlight and stuff. But they're called hen and chicks because usually there's one main plant, the hen, and then it has babies, which kind of sprout out, which are the chicks. And these also flower, though I think once they flower, they actually die. So, yeah. They're actually very cool-looking plants, though, because they, as you can tell, have little rosettes, and it's just kind of aesthetically pleasing. That's some more sedum album. And then this right here is 2 cuttings, and this one actually does not grow super fast and is not very prolific, but I really like this one because I really like the color. It reminds me of a blue spruce. But this is sedum reflexum, which, or it's also known as it has a few different common names, but it's also known as bluestone crop. And I think it's called bluestone crop because of the actual leaves and not the flower, but I'm not sure. I think the flower might be yellow, if I remember correctly. But yeah, these are cuttings, and I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they'll take and they'll grow. And so, yeah, this has pretty much been it. So please comment, subscribe, like, do whatever you feel is necessary. Thank you for watching, and I hope I educated you.